Okay, hello. Welcome to my Rails project, final project walkthrough. I'm going to share my screen with you. Here we go. Okay, so I have already in my terminal ran Rails S to start my server. And then here is my app. It's called I Have That. It's a community lending page where people can list items that they're willing to lend to their neighbors in their community and also contact people to borrow things if they want also. So I have a short description here, and then actually let me make the screen a little bigger. And then I have a sign up, a sign in, or a sign in with Google. So I'm going to do a sign in with Google. I think because this is going to take the longest to get going. I think I have this recording on, and also it's a slow run, so forgive me. It looks like I forgot to sign out of my Google, which is why it automatically let me in. But let me log out and then also log out of my Google. Here we go. Everything is slow. Just gonna sign out. And it looks like I'm signed out. So I'm gonna close that and I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. And it might take a little while also. Here we go. So it says I can choose an account and to continue until I have that version 2, because this is my Rails version. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that. I already have my password like pre-saved, so here it is. I'm gonna hit next. And then it's gonna eventually get there. Here we go. Here we go. And it says, hello, Emi Kojima, which is me. And it has my email. It has my location, which is Oakland, California. And then it has my items. I made a cooler. I can add another item. I can edit my profile if I want to. I can jump back to my profile page from another page. I could see my community. I could see all items. I can do items by category. I guess I will add an item. And I guess I will just try to make an item with everything blank and see what happens. And my validations are up and it says I can't create an item with a blank name. So let's create an item. I'm gonna say 40-foot gardening hose. And then I'm gonna say Cat Brand gardening hose. And then I'm gonna select a category, and these are from existing categories that I've pulled. And I'm gonna say this is gardening tools, so I'm gonna click that. I'm just listing it. It is available for lending, but also I can unclick it if it's not. Or if somebody contacts me to borrow it and I lend it to somebody, I'm gonna go to my page, unclick this, and it'll update on the items page that it's being used by somebody else right now. But for now, I'm gonna say yes. And then if I don't have a category, I don't see a category for my item, I can create one. But I'm just gonna create the item now. And then here it is, 40-foot gardening hose under gardening tools, Cat Brand gardening hose. Availability, it's available, but I'm gonna edit. So I'm gonna edit this item. I don't want it to start with 40 feet, so I'm just gonna delete that. I think everything else is fine, so I'm gonna update the item there. And it's been updated, which is great. So let's check out the other functions that I have going on here. I have community, which lists basically all the community members. I'm here. And I believe I set this to be alphabetical order. And then I have all items, which lists all the items, also by alphabetical order. And you can click on each item. It tells you where the item's located and its availability. I can also search for items by location. So let's say, you know, like I'm in Oakland, California. I am very interested in borrowing things near me. So I'm going to hit search. You'll notice that I put Oakland in all lowercase. I made the search caps insensitive or case insensitive. So it'll look it up wherever. And then you can see that all the items here are listed in Oakland, and it tells you if they're unavailable, if they're available. I thought maybe if I did a search, I would only want to show the available items, and I was going to filter it like that. But also I thought if I were doing a search and I was like going on a trip in 2 months, I would maybe want to see things that are unavailable now that might be available when I'm ready to go on my trip. So, so here are the items. Let's say I want to borrow, I'm going backpacking and I want to borrow a sleeping pad. So I'm going to click on that. I see that it's Lucy's item. It's not available, but I'm going on a trip in a few months. So I'm going to contact her. The other thing I can do is I can go click and see all of Lucy's items and be like, oh, okay, she has a bunch of stuff I could borrow. So I can click one and then I can contact Lucy, and that's going to open my mailer. And it's going to pre-fill the email address of the person I want to borrow it from. And it's going to pre-fill that it's a message from I Have That, and it's regarding the big bear can. And it also says the message was sent from, and I could go ahead and email this person and I could be like, hey, Lucy, I'm also interested in this thing that's unavailable right now, but I'm going on my trip on a certain day, email it and see what happens. So that's something I can do. I'm not saving that. And I can also see items by category. So if I'm like, okay, I'm really interested in gardening tools, I just became a member of the community garden and I need some items to borrow. So then I can see gardening tools, and then there's a description. There's 3 items in this category, and then each item 10 doesn't belong in here, obviously. That's not right. And I see that it's Suni's item, and I'm gonna see if I can recategorize that for her to be a good Samaritan. So I'm gonna try to edit this item that's not mine, but it won't let me, and it just redirects me to the items page. So there's that. And then I'm gonna log out, and then I'm gonna see if I can look at all items, even if I'm not logged in. And you can see it just redirected me to the sign in page, so I cannot do that. Let's try to sign up as a new user. I'm not gonna fill anything in. I'm gonna hit create user, and I have some validation sets, so they're gonna show up here. Password can't be blank, name can't be blank, email can't be blank. If I try to sign up with a username or an email that's already been used and hit create user, it's gonna tell me that the password can't be blank, the name has already been taken, and the email's already been taken, so it won't let me do it, which is great. So I'm gonna sign in as Yukiko. That's my sister's name. Oh, but I'm not gonna do her real. Oh, if I don't have an email and I just say that's an email, it's going to say I need an @ mark. It has an email validation in it. And then it's going to be annoying and it's going to tell me it's incomplete. And then I'm not going to put in the city or the state now. And then I'm going to try to sign in without confirming, and it's going to say it doesn't match. Hopefully that matches. I'm going to create the user, and then it's going to say, hello, Yukiko. And it has my email address listed. I didn't add a location, so it's prompting me to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to say I'm in Richmond, California. I don't need to edit my password. I'm going to update my user. And then it's going to tell me that I'm in Richmond, California, which is great. And then I guess I can add an item. I can edit my profile if I wanted. I can look at my profile. I can go to community. And if I go to community, you'll see I am right here. So that's great. What else can I show you? I think that's it. Some functionalities I thought about adding are to have like a map, like a geolocation map, so I can see how close the users are, but I haven't done that. And maybe the other thing that I would like to do is to basically have a search for categories. That would be cool. So that's some further future thought. But otherwise, that's it for me. I'm gonna log out. Thank you for watching my video. Goodbye.